Welcome. Here is the news update on Housing TV Africa. I am Cassandra Yunumbe. A quick look at the headlines. Escalating cost of living crisis worsens landlord-tenant friction. Works Minister urges Bua Cement to slash prices amidst government's road expansion plans. NIQS President backs government's threat to cement manufacturers over price hike. Now the news in detail. As the cost of living in Nigeria continues to soar, tensions between landlords and tenants are reaching alarming levels, impacting health, finances, and access to basic necessities for individuals, organizations, and families alike. The escalating crisis is not only straining relationships but also increasing financial burdens, with many struggling to meet rent obligations amid job losses and shrinking incomes. As the cost of living crisis persists, mediation and conflict resolution experts advise landlords and tenants to prioritize cooperation and mutual understanding to foster harmonious relationships and mitigate the adverse effects of the economic downturn on both parties. Works Minister David Umahi has called on the management of Bua Cement to further reduce cement prices during his visit to the company's headquarters in Sokoto on Thursday. The federal government and cement manufacturers had agreed to lower prices to between 7,000 naira and 8,000 naira. While commending Bua Cement for maintaining cleanliness on its premises, Umahi emphasized the importance of affordability for the masses and urged the company to ensure product availability at reasonable prices. In other news, the Housing Development Advocacy Network HDAN has called for synergy among departments within the Federal Capital Development Authority (FCDA) to bring an end to land-grabbing activities. In a statement released on Thursday in Abuja, the Executive Director of HDAN, Festus Adebayo, emphasized the need for these departments to collaborate more effectively, highlighting that the lack of coordination among these departments has contributed to the rise in land-grabbing activities. He specifically called for cooperation among these departments to combat the surge in land grabbing. Adebayo emphasized that increased synergy among them would yield positive results in the long term for the real estate sector. We'll now go on a quick break to return with more stories. Please stay with us.
Thank you, AIHS, for the opportunity of this exhibition. It was a nice experience. I would like to make it again.
Thank you, AIHS. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, AIHS.
Thank you, AIHS.
Welcome back. President of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, Kene Nzekwe, has voiced support for the federal government's warning to cement manufacturers to reduce prices or face the possibility of opening borders for cement importation. He criticized the substantial price surge by cement manufacturers, citing a staggering increase of 100% to 150% within just 6 weeks. Nzekwe urged the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Dangiwa, to move beyond mere threats and take concrete steps towards opening borders for importation if manufacturers fail to comply. There is an urgent need to transform Nigeria's housing stock to reduce its carbon footprint and make it more climate resilient. Climate hazards like rising temperatures, flooding, and more frequent and severe storms already threaten housing stability and affordability, and these impacts are expected to worsen. In this special report on climate change resilience in housing, an expert in town planning and urban development, Dr. Olakunde David, spoke to Housing TV Africa on the proper measures to take as the nation experiences a change in the ecological system.
As the country's population continues to grow, so does its environmental crisis across multiple ecological zones. In the FCT and other parts of the country, there were cases of multiple flooding and erosion that have swept away houses and have led millions of people to count their loss.
When you are talking of green housing is related to ability to have a sustainable housing. Sustainable housing is the one that will not require much from outside for you to live conducively in such an area. What is meant by this is that a sustainable house is the one that will be well ventilated, the one that will be well insulated, the one that will have enough light and whatsoever.
The meaning for houses to go green, alongside the infrastructure to go with, is key for building sustainable houses in Nigeria.
That brings us to the end of the news update. Before we go, a quick recap of the major stories. The escalating cost of living crisis worsens landlord-tenant friction. Works Minister has urged Bua Cement to slash prices amidst government's road expansion plans. NIQ's president has backed government's threats to cement manufacturers over price hike. For more news in the housing sector, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Housing TV Africa. You can also follow us on all social media platforms at Housing TV Africa. I am Cassandra Yinumbe. Thanks for watching.